If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to the weekend update. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being together with us. We're building a community of real estate professionals, mortgage professionals, really just industry experts that I think are tuning in weekly, messaging me back, giving input, which I love, all around the weekend update. So also note from the producer, company doesn't like me doing some of the cool intros that I used to do with Ace Ventura, movie themes, licensed music. So look, I just got to put quotes in there that I believe in. Hope you enjoy that one. Hope you use that one. And I'm sure you've heard it before. Let's get into what's happening in the market with a screen share. Now we'll go boom into the market. And that's not even the screen that I want. That's the one that I want. Okay, so if we look at the what's happening in the market, big day. In fact, actually, let me start with the stock market here. Dow reaches 50,000 for the first time ever. Huge rally back after yesterday. Big time market sell-off. We all know kind of, or at least have heard what's happening with Bitcoin. It's even rallying back today, but 50,000 is a big number, especially as when yesterday treasuries rallied. Equities tanked. It was a good day for interest rates yesterday. Well, we're kind of reversing some of that. The trend this morning looked like we may erase all the gains from yesterday. However, you'll see we have some lenders repricing for the better after a bit of a scare this morning. Where's that leaving interest rates? Well, let's go to the link that I've got here for you. Rates are reaching that 6% mark, and this is a big psychological figure for folks. Most of the feedback I'm getting from clients that were actively refinancing or have refinanced have been targeted rates closer to 5.75%, 5.75%. But there is something psychologically happening with folks as they know that rates are cresting or sitting now in the high fives, low sixes, meaning more movement. People that felt trapped in a rate sub 4% are feeling a little bit more flexible about moving today and probably taking some of their gains as we see an increase in inventory, putting downward pressure on certain price points. I think there's more motivation for sellers to make their move now, acquire a rate that's either in the fives or very close to it, as we've seen rates come down. So as always, you can click on the market information on the dashboard and get today's rates in real time. Much of the stuff that I track on MBS Live that I pay for, you guys get for free on the weekend update. Consumer sentiment, some of the stories we did actually had a video that I linked in here. The consumer sentiment improves as inflation worries ease. Now, we didn't get non-farm payrolls today, and I've told you guys for years that bad news equals good news. And earlier this week, we had reports of layoffs that are much higher than we've seen in previous years. I think had we had a non-farm payrolls release, which was delayed due to the partial government shutdown, we potentially could have not seen this kind of rally. I think the job numbers would have been light and put a little bit of concern into the market, which actually would have been better for interest rates. Check out where rates are now. Again, use the Rate Watch tools. On the weekend update dashboard, rates fall after downbeat employment data. This is what I was referencing for some of the layoff data from earlier in the week. Finally, going far together, this is an example of a buyer dashboard that we've created several of this week. And it's just making the difference. An additional boost in information and confidence for buyers is having them take action instead of waiting when there's a green light go. Signal from the market. So every time we write a pre-approval for somebody, we don't just give standard pre-approvals. Haven't done that for many months. In this case, this client is already in contract. So on their dashboard is a copy of their purchase contract, their approval letter, their AUS approval, their mortgage coach, loan options maybe they didn't consider, the MTG dashboard, which is built for buyers and owners in our market. So if you've got clients that are wondering how they could best manage their mortgage, send them to mtgdashboard.com. All clients get to meet the team in a home buyer's guide. This is the kind of thing that's increasing, like I said, the confidence and the activity. We averaged about one new approval application per day throughout the month of January, and that's been consistent this early part of the year's shortest month. I'll keep this one short. Say thank you for being a part of our partnership and our community that we're building. Please like and subscribe to us on YouTube at Lending Perspective or at Lending Perspective on Instagram, and engage with us. Tell us your thoughts. We love seeing your posts, and we really love getting feedback from you, our pros in the industry. Take care. Have a great weekend. See ya.